Hey guys, Darren here from Celebrity Tributes. Today's video is the weekly news recap for the May 8th edition. Starting off the news, tennis legend Boris Becker was sentenced on April 29th to 2.5 years jail for trying to hide $2.5 million worth of assets and loans in his tax evasion case. And worse news for him is that he will now be considered for deportation at the end of his sentence back to Germany. And in an update on the Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp case, earlier this week Amber Heard fired her entire PR team due to continuing bad headlines. It was claimed her story was not being told effectively and she has a very low tolerance for bad headlines. She has fired the firm Precision Strategies and decided to work with Shane Communications, who has previously worked against Depp. It was Amber Heard's turn on the witness stand this week as she described disturbing physical and sexual assault while they were in Australia as Depp was filming Pirates of the Caribbean 5. Details described during the trial are too graphic to repeat here, but it occurred where Depp was drunk and high and resulted from his allegations of her sleeping with Billy Bob Thornton and Eddie Redmayne. She also recounted an incident in 2014 in a flight from Boston to LA. She testified that Depp was jealous and irate that she was making a movie with actor James Franco that included a kissing scene, saying Depp hated James Franco. As soon as they stepped onto the private plane, he began berating her about Franco. He slapped and kicked her and no one on board intervened or tried to stop it on her behalf. Depp, when testifying earlier in that trial, described a different version of events, testifying that Heard initiated the argument and pursued him until he felt compelled to hide in the bathroom. Jurors heard a recording towards the end of the incident which sounded like Depp howling and babbling incoherently, and they seen a text from Depp to his friend Paul Bettany saying he's properly going to stop the booze thing as the flight got ugly. Also saying, I'm admittedly too fucked up in the head to spray my rage at the one I love for little reason as well. The case continues. And in other news, a British MP, Neil Parish, resigned from Boris Johnson's Conservative Party after admitting he twice watched porn on his phone in the House of Commons. He claimed the first time he stumbled upon it was when he was searching for tractors for his farm. However, he admitted the second time was deliberate in a moment of madness while sitting in the side of the chamber waiting to vote. Moving along, Dan Aykroyd is split with his wife, Donna, his wife of nearly 40 years. The split is mutual and they are remaining legally married, co-parents, co-workers and business partners, and have decided to continue being loving friends, but can no longer continue as a couple. The pair met in 1983 on the set of comedy Dr. Detroit, and shortly later they got married. Together they starred in several movies including Twilight Zone, Spies Like Us, The Couch Trip and Exit to Eden. And they have 3 adult daughters together. And Mike Tyson is back in the headlines again with another heated exchange in Las Vegas. He was attending events ahead of the Shakur Stevenson's unanimous decision win over Oscar Valdez at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. He was taking photos with fans when a woman stuck her finger in his face from behind. He instantly turned around to confront her and security staff raced over and de-escalated the situation, escorting him away. The situation comes not long after he had another altercation I reported on recently when he repeatedly punched a heckler in a flight. And then on the 4th of May, Dave Chappelle was performing at the Hollywood Bowl in LA as part of the Netflix Is a Joke Fest. He was attacked near the end of the show by a member of the audience who was armed with a replica gun that contained a blade that discharges. He was swiftly tackled and subdued by security staff and actor Jamie Foxx, who ran to his aid. The attacker, 23-year-old Isaiah Lee, sustained cuts to his face and was taken by ambulance with what looked like a dislocated shoulder. He was charged with 4 misdemeanor charges and pleaded not guilty to all charges including battery and possession of a weapon. His bail remains set at $30,000 and pre-trial hearing in the case is scheduled for May 20th. And lastly, long-running Australian soap opera Neighbours will be finishing production in June. After 37 years, the show will be coming to an end and producers have promised to go out on a high. In the early days of the show, the most popular couple, Scott Robinson and Charlene Mitchell, played by Jason Donovan and Kylie Minogue, will be reuniting for the show's finale. The pair left the show in 1988 and 1989 and will return for the first time since their departure of the show. Neighbours has helped launch the careers of several Hollywood stars including Margot Robbie and Liam Hemsworth. And Neighbours has been a staple of Australian television for almost the last 4 decades. The last episode is scheduled to air on 1st of August 2022. So that's the recap for this week. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment down below. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.